and you have to show that you have strong work ethics. And here we are going to look into some top interview questions. Generally, this list of 10 top interview questions based on research. Some 10 questions are prepared, and if you prepare answers to your level best for these 10 questions, and you can attend a candidate can attempt any interview to 50% of groundwork will be done, and remaining your specialization based, content based, all those things. But preliminarily you have to prepare answers by yourself for these questions. First question they will be asking you, tell about yourself. I was telling you in the previous slide, never tell your answer should be never be open. Answers should be, you prepare your answers to open-ended questions, but never answer when they ask about you. You should try to tell about a clear picture about your positive skills, your merits, and your what we call achievements, exploitations, all those things. And you can begin with an elevator speech that about your previous experience, achievements also. And another thing, they may be asking you a oft repeated question. This is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Generally, every candidate, no candidate is beyond weaknesses, and every candidate has some strength. No candidate is completely free from weakness, and no candidate is full of strengths. Everyone is a mixture of both the qualities. So, if you understand your talents and abilities as a professional, and you should, if you show that you are going to be an asset to the company, and if you promote yourself in a better manner, you just to do that you have to prepare 5 or 6 questions. So you should be confident, you should be humble, and your another aspect, there are weaknesses, no doubt. In every candidate there may be weaknesses. A candidate has to show his her weaknesses in a positive manner. And I was telling you, never talk too much about your weaknesses, drawbacks, or downfalls previously. These are common. Okay, people want to look at the righter side only, right aspect too, but on the positive aspect only, and you never make them think about your downfalls and drawbacks. And they may be asking another oft repeated question. This is followed by a series of other questions also. They may be asking, what motivates you, why have you chosen our company? They may be asking. So generally some people give such a foolish answer that, yeah, your company has better prospects, or your company is going to offer a huge package or high salary. These things are nonsensical. Never a candidate never has to say such foolish things, because they are not expected on the part of a good leader. Okay, and good employee. A company, the employer may be thinking that if another company offers more salary, high position, are you going to leave the company? They may be asking. So you never have to say that your salary, higher salary motivates me. These are all nonsensical. And they may be asking, why are you interested to work here in working in here? Yes, same question. You have to show them, you have to tell them that you have passion for the job. But some people know, sir, previously some of my friends worked here and they gave a good feedback about the company, so I am interested to work. This is nonsense. You have to tell that you have passion for the kind of job the company is offering. A candidate has to make it clear to the interviewers that the kind of challenges, the kind of what we call opportunity scope, the particular job is offering, that motivates me, or that motivates him or her. A candidate has to tell your passion, the candidate's passion towards the job should be expressed. Okay, they may be another asking any tickling question, typical question. Why should we hire you? What is your specialty? Why can't we go for other candidates? Yes, then you have to make them believe you are the only option. You are the only choice, no chance. So you are the only one that you suit the job. You have to convince, a candidate has to convince the employers in such a manner. So this makes them, yes, this candidate is going to sell our product to the best. So you have to make them powerful statement about the value you are going to add to the organization. It's, There another question that there doesn't end. The question may be continued. Where do you see yourself from 5 years now? They may be asking. So if you say that 1 or 2 years I'll be working here, and the next year if any company offer comes and offers me high position, high salary, I'll be leaving. If you say you're fired, you will be fired there itself. So you have to convince that you are committed to stay there. You have some work strong goals for yourself, and you have to tell them, convince that you have strong work ethics. So a candidate never should say that you should never show that you are unstable. You have to convince them, you have to make them realize you are a stable person, and you have to project yourself in such a manner that you are the very best employee for the particular job. And why do you and some they won't leave you there, and they may be delving deep again. Yes, how do you define success? Success is getting high position, success is getting high salary, or success being exposed? No, every success has a definition. You have to show how ambitious you are about your job, and your ambition should be there, is projected in your success. The kind of success you are going to achieve, that should show your ambition. So a candidate should be telling about himself or herself in such a manner that whatever project, whatever task he or she takes up, he or she has to be successful in that particular role. So that passion should be expressed in your words. Okay, the company may be asking, are you are you ready to pursue extra certificate or credential? I was telling you, referring in a previous slide, the company wants to hire such people who can hit the ground while running. That is applicable here. They may be asking, are you interested to work or pursue any extra certificate or credential while in service? You should be flexible enough to accept. It is to test your attitude. You have to say, yes, I am ready. I am ready to update my skills. I want to upgrade my skills from time to time. I am ready. But if you say, no, already I have already important professional skills, I don't want to do anything else, is that will leave a negative impression about you on the mind of the interviewer. They may be asking, some generally when people attend interviews, they may be asking, are you employed or not still employed? They may be asking you, are you employed or still an employee? A candidate has to tell whether you are employed. They may be asking previously, they may be asking, why did you leave it? You have to tell in a positive response, in a positive vein, why you left the previous job. It should be like shining a light on your positive features. Okay, that your concentration should be not on the termination of the previous station, but you are about your past, your achievements and your goals, your particular achievements only. So, and of course, they may be asking, why are you not yet employed? They may be asking. This is also a drawback. If there is a gap between the time of acquisition of the certificate and the interview time, there may be 1 or 2 years lapse, no? So they may be asking, why are you not, why haven't you been employed yet? They may be called. So your answer should be convincing them that there is a reason, rational. If you were what we call, if you were terminated, why? And if you are not employed, why? These two situations should be balanced in a positive manner. And they may be asking you finally, any questions? Do you have any questions to ask? So generally, a candidate, when a board wants to test your attitude, your commitment, and your passion towards the job, they may be asking you, do you want any question to ask? If you say, no, sir, all my questions are answered, you have cleared all my doubts. If you say that, you're out. So you have to prepare at least 1 or 2 questions from the index card of the company, and you have to answer. You have to ask at least 1 or 2 questions regarding the company, regarding the job, regarding their expectation from the new employee, whether you are going to be suitable to the company or not. All these things. So these things, they project you in a a candidate more aspirant, a better aspirant for the job. So after the interview is over, generally a follow-up should be taken up. Following the interview promptly within two business days, the candidate has to write a letter to the follow-up letter to the interview thanking him or her. This is going to show your interest to the company. So after a business 2 business days, a candidate has to write a letter to the interview board or the company for just way of expressing thanks for their interest, for the appreciation in this particular candidate, and for accepting him. If you forget something during the interview, mention it in your follow-up and thank you letters. And generally, sometimes it may so happen that some some aspects might be forgotten during the interview, so they can be made known to the company in the follow-up or thank you letter. And the demonst this is follow writing a follow-up letter expressing thanks is a part of good manners that will show positive aspect of the candidate. So sometimes it so happens that the company may be in need of some more information regarding the credentials of the candidate. So it is then after as a follow-up measure, a candidate can provide information asked by the interview to the board. If you don't hear from the employee before the stipulated time, make a polite inquiry to show that you are interested in the position. So after a stipulated time, some time will be given. You can call us so and so. We will call you back, and so they will be given some setting some time deadline. After that, even if you don't hear from the company, you better to make a polite inquiry. That should be in a polite way. If you don't, I have already attended the interview. Why did you call me? What's happening? Nothing nonsensical. These are you should make. May I know the situation? Generally, this lapse may take place due to technical reasons or some other official organizational reasons are there. So in such a manner, a candidate has to strike a positive note about his follow-up measure as a follow-up measure to know about the interview. Thank you.